hands together in front of him. Blue energy swirls compressed and focused. The energy builds and builds and builds. The entire island is glowing. The storm clouds are swirling into a perfect spiral. The ocean is forming a circular wave pattern spreading outward for miles. They're pouring everything into these attacks. Every ounce of stamina, every bit of divine energy, every lesson learned from Whis.
Everything.
Goku thrusts his hands forward. Flash! Vegeta releases his attack. The two beams, both brilliant blue and golden lightning, collide in the center of the island. And this time, there's no stalemate. This time, the collision is so perfectly balanced that instead of pushing against each other, the beams create a singularity, like a miniature black hole of pure divine energy. Simultaneously. Singularity explodes. The explosion is so massive that it's visible from space. It creates a musky cloud that reaches the stratosphere. The island they were standing on, gone. Completely vaporized. The ocean in a 5-mile radius evaporated instantly, creating this massive temporary crater that takes several seconds for the water to rush back in. When the smoke finally clears, both Goku and Vegeta are floating above them. Their hands are barely hands. They're covered in pieces of their hands.
I enjoy whatever their feels that's
She's smiling. That's not the point, Vegeta. Goku's also wrapped in a blanket, grinning despite his exhaustion. That was amazing, though. Best fight I've had in years. Thanks. That was a battle between equals. They look good.
You're just
Stop. Frieza fought a god of destruction and survived, and now Goku and Vegeta are both at the pinnacle. They can get stronger than this. Always another challenge. That's what it means to be a Saiyan. Yeah, Goku smiles. I'm glad you're here, Vegeta. Pushing me. Challenging me.
That's your limit.
Better.
You have let me down.
There's that moment when what you're making will become something more. When you place that label on, it's suddenly just reach you.
Even against three of you.
Moment.
I am far stronger. I must be.
I played
I won't let you kill Gohan.
Gohan is like, what?
It was the experience.
So Bulma was able to finish her time machine.
Same Kakarot. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm glad I came to Earth. Glad I met you. Glad we became whatever
It's
we
not the
are.
time for this.
Rivals,
17
rivals,
are attacking the city.
but also
right.
comrades. They bump fists, a gesture of respect between equals.
Gohan,
And as the sun sets on Earth,
What?
friends celebrate around them.
This time.
Goku, whatever comes next.
Actually, does go with Gohan somewhere.
Wait, they'll face it together. Two Saiyans born under different circumstances. One blessed with divine power from birth. The other forced to earn every scrap of strength through pure determination. Both now standing at the same.
Why me? Why do I have to?
Alright, y'all, so this is where I'm ending this.
Is there something you want to tell me?
And here's why. After Battle of Gods, canon Dragon Ball also becomes
you're
all
here,
about God Ki.
All grown up, Then the future is
Super
safe,
Saiyan
isn't
gods,
it?
Super Saiyan Blue Evolution,
And so,
Ultra Instinct, Ultra
this
Ego,
fight is
all of
real
that is God
purpose.
key based. So what
That's
made
enough
this
for me.
what if special was watching
You
Goku
can't
transform
go
something he was born with,
Trunks.
going from
It looks like
10%
you made a good
to
friend.
20% with King Kai to 50.
You can't abandon a good friend, can you?
Maybe, she admits, but it's the law I broke, and here I am.
It was
Then
really good to
Bardock
see
tells her
you,
about
Trunks.
Frieza. Not because he wants to open up, Saiyans definitely don't do that, but she asks, and something about her makes lying feel pointless. He tells her about the conquest, the subjugation, how every Saiyan serves a tyrant they could never hope to challenge.
Dude, that is just
Hate,
heartbroken.
Every Saiyan with half a brain does, Bardock replies. Yet you serve. He's too strong. We can't touch him. Ceres thinks about this. A mortal, hating his chains, wearing them anyway because he has no choice. Defiant even when defiance is pointless. Reminds her of herself. Your mate, she says, she's pregnant. How'd you... I can still sense life energy, faintly. A boy. His soul is still forming. She pauses. You can almost see her making a decision. Would you like to see what he becomes? All right, y'all. Here's where Bardock gets his mind absolutely blown. Cirrus touches his forehead and suddenly he's seeing vision. Planet Vegeta exploding. Frieza laughing. An infant's pod escaping through the debris. Then that infant growing up. Training on some blue planet, fighting demons, monsters, and things Bardock can't even name. Then one young man, golden hair, standing on a dying world. Facing things and winning. Further still, silver eyes, white hair, power that literally warps reality around it. The vision ends, Bardock's on his knees, shaking. My son, he becomes that? Bardock gasps. Possible futures, Cirrus
I
says.
think Trunks
Nothing
could really use a
Every
break
skin has
after this
potential.
one.
Remarkable
I'll keep
potential.
an eye on the
Show me
scrolls
more.
for
I've shown you enough. She cuts him off. Your son has the potential, yes, but potential means nothing without something to awaken it. And right there, she makes her choice. I can give your child a gift, Cirrus says. A piece of my hand. Bardock looks up, still processing everything. My essence, my power, God Key itself, the energy that separates divine beings from mortals. Bardock doesn't understand what that means. He will someday, or rather his son will. But here's the problem, Ceres continues. If I give him everything at once, two things happen. One, his mortal body burns out before he's 5 years old. Two, the Grand Priest senses it immediately and erases him from existence. Then what's the point? I seal it, Ceres says. Layer upon layer. The power stays dormant, locked away, only leaking out in small doses. Faster learning, sharper instincts, moments where his body moves before his mind. She pauses. But every time he pushes past his limits, every time he faces death and survives, the seal cracks a little more. The power bleeds through. He gets stronger, far stronger than any normal Saiyan could ever be. And when the seal breaks completely, Sarah smiles. It's sad. Then he'll have the power of an angel, and every divine being in existence will know exactly where he is. Why? Bardock asks. Why would you help us? Because I was exiled for believing mortals matter, she says, for believing they can rise above what they are. I've spent 5 million years wondering if I was right. She looks at Bardock, this scarred, brutal warrior who hates his master but serves anyway. Then you show up, she continues, defiant, angry, and your son sleeping in your mate's womb with potential that could shake the universe. We're nothing to beings like you, Bardock says. You're not nothing, Ceres tells him. Her voice cracks a little. 5 million years of loneliness pressing down on those 3 words. That's what I got punished for believing. Let me prove it was worth it. So they do the ritual. Bardock sits down, closes his eyes, and reaches out to Gine through their bond. Saiyans have this faint key connection with their mate. Not something they talk about, but it's there. Cirrus puts her hand on his shoulder and pours herself through. On his shoulder and pours herself through. Meanwhile, back on planet Vegeta, Gine drops the dish she's washing. Something floods through her. Not pain exactly, but something. Ancient. Vast. Rushing straight to her womb. The baby kicks. Hard. Harder than ever before. Her stomach glows silver for a second. Then it's gone. She stands there, panting, confused. Tells herself it was nothing. Pregnancy stuff. But deep down, in that place, others just know things. She feels it. Her son is different now. Back on Seraphel, Ceres collapses. The transfer cost her a lot. She went from having centuries left to having days. You're dying, Bardock says. I've been dying for 5 million years, she replies. This just speeds it up. She actually smiles. First genuine expression Bardock's seen from her. Worth it. Why would you? Because your son is going to stand before God someday, Ceres says. Challenge things that could unmake him. And when they ask how a mortal did the impossible, her hand touches his face. She's already fading. The answer will be, because someone believed he could. But she's got one more thing to do. The Grand Priest can never know about this, she warns him. If he senses angelic essence in your son before the boy can protect himself, he'll be erased, like he never existed. Then how? You won't remember, Ceres says. I'm sealing it. You'll remember a strange mission, a feeling that your son matters. But the details, they'll blur. Like a tree she can't hold on to. Wait, he'll figure it out himself when he's ready. She's almost gone now. More light than a person. One last thing, she says. If you ever meet my brother, tell Whis I understood why he never came. But she's gone. Just silver light scattering like dust, and the planet starts dying with her. Bardock runs, gets to his pod just as the ground starts crumbling, punches through the barrier, escapes into his face. Behind him, Seraphel just stopped the instant. Like she was on the day. 3 days later, Bardock's back on nothing comes to summer doesn't care. No pushback to dead ends. Seraphel gets a reach for everything. Got it. Almost. Bardock thinks he'll be prepared with a headache that won't quit. Doesn't remember Crystal Planet. Doesn't remember Sirius. Doesn't remember any of it. But when he looks at Gine's belly, something stirs. This feeling he can't explain. This certainty. This kid. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know how.
Wait, wasn't he dead?
3 months later, Kakarot is born. Power level 2. The doctors basically laugh. But this Curasane said to the nurses failures, one of them says. But Bardock takes the kid. Kakarot's tiny. His eyes are being swallowed in something like curiosity. And for just a second, so fast, Bardock tells himself. His eyes flicker still. Why do I feel like people Bardock? No, answers the questions. Walks away. No, doesn't look down. 1 month later, he shows Spurs planet Uchiha. Bardock has to stop. Flies up alone against the death ball. Throws everything he has in time. Not enough. That was never going to be enough. And as the fire takes him, one last thing. His son, the body. Bardock laughs. So that's how it is. One pod is Marcus Key from the complex kicked off this athletic planet nobody cares about. Kakarot doesn't know his world's gone. Doesn't know his parents are dead. Doesn't know what's sleeping inside him. He just cries. The pod flies on. Meanwhile, on Beerus' planet, Whis freezes. His staff pulses. Once, twice. A resonance he hasn't felt in 5 million years. Serious. Whis' eyes narrow. He raises his staff, focuses, tries to pinpoint the source. Nothing. The signal's gone, like it was never there. Impossible, he whispers. She faded. Father confirmed it himself. But Whis has lived long enough to know that impossible is just a word mortals use for things they don't understand yet. He considers reporting this to the Grand Priest. His father would want to know if Ceres somehow survived, if she'd done something before she faded. Wiss's finger hovers over his staff. Then he lowers it. If she did something, he thinks, Father will find out eventually. He always does. But if I'm wrong, if this is nothing, I'll have disturbed him for a ghost. He resumes walking, pretends he felt nothing. But somewhere in the back of his mind, a question lingers. One he'll spend the next few decades trying to ignore. What did you do, little sister? And who did you do it to? 1 year later, Earth.
You're back?
Mount Paozu. An old martial artist named Gohan is walking through the forest when he finds a crater. Inside the crater, a pod. Inside the pod, a baby with a tail. He picks the kid up. The baby laughs, grabs his finger. Well now, Gohan says, where'd you come from, little guy? The kid looks up at him. Dark eyes, innocent. For just a second, those eyes shimmer silver. Then it's gone. Gohan smiles, decides to keep him, names him Goku, and so it begins. Inside that kid, something sleeps. Angel essence woven into his soul, ultra instinct potential, enhanced learning, reflexes that'll be just a little too sharp. Techniques he'll pick up just a little too fast. He won't know where it comes from, not for a long time, but someday he's going to stand before gods. Challenge things that could destroy universes, reach heights no mortals ever touched. And when they ask how he did it, how some low-class Saiyan from a dead world pulled off the impossible, the answer is going to echo across dimensions because someone believed he could. That's part 1. Next time, Goku grows up and people start noticing something's not quite right about this kid. Welcome back. Goku's on Earth now, angel essence sleeping inside him. He doesn't know it's there. Nobody does. But people are starting to notice something's off about this kid. Let's get into it. So Goku grows up on Mount Paozu with Grandpa Gohan. Normal kid stuff, mostly. Well, normal for a boy with a tail who fell from the sky. Gohan teaches him martial arts, teaches him to hunt, teaches him basic manners, though those don't really stick. But Gohan notices things. The kid learns too fast, way too fast. Gohan shows him a technique once, maybe twice, and Goku's already doing it. Not perfectly, but close enough that it's weird. Took Gohan years to learn some of these moves. Takes Goku days. And sometimes, when the kid's really calm, meditating, or just sitting by the river, Gohan catches this flicker in his eyes. Silver. Just for a second. Then it's gone. What are you, little one? Gohan mutters to himself one night, watching Goku sleep. The kid's curled up with his tail wrapped around him, looking completely normal. Completely human, except he's not. Gohan never figures it out. He dies before he gets the chance. Goku transforms under the full moon and loses control. Doesn't even remember doing it. After that, Goku lives in the mountains with his grandfather's 4-star Dragon Ball. Waits for something to happen without knowing what he's waiting for. Then Bulma shows up. You know this part. Dragon Ball hunt. Goku meets Bulma, Yamcha, Oolong, Puar. They fight Pilaf's gang, Goku transforms again and wrecks the castle. They barely escape. Standard origin stuff. Nothing too different here. But then Goku goes to train with Master Roshi. Kame House. Goku and Krillin show up looking for training. Roshi puts them through hell. The milk deliveries, the construction work, the swimming with sharks. All of it. Classic stuff. But here's where things start getting weird. Krillin's struggling. He's tough, don't get me wrong, but the training pushes him to his limits every single day. Makes sense, it's supposed to. Goku's keeping up too easily. Not that he's not working hard. He is. But his body adapts faster than it should. His reflexes sharpen quicker than they should. And sometimes, during sparring, he dodges things he shouldn't be able to see coming. Roshi watches this happen and doesn't say anything, just strokes his beard and thinks. That boy's ki is strange, he mutters to Turtle one night. Clean. Almost too pure, like something refined it. He doesn't have an answer. Files it away as one of life's mysteries. The 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. Goku tears through the competition. Bacterian, Guran, Nom, none of them can touch him. He's faster than kids his age should be, stronger than his size suggests, and way more skilled than his training time accounts for. Then he fights Jackie Chun. That's Roshi in disguise, if you didn't know. The fight's intense. Roshi's not holding back much. He wants to test this kid, see what he's really made of. They trade blows. Goku's good. Really good. But Roshi's got decades of experience, and experience counts for a lot. Then it happens. Roshi launches this strike. Fast, precise, aimed right at Goku's temple. A knockout blow. The kind of move you don't see coming until you're already on the ground. Goku's eyes flash silver. His body shifts 2 inches to the left. The fist sails past his head, missing by a hair. Roshi freezes.
Taking every opportunity to evolve your vision is why you never lose your edge. This is a bloodbath you need.
Tap himself.
Okay, right leg. Are you with me?
Hey, Hand, we doing this?
All right, Vision. Looking good today?
MS can be a constant roll call. That's why adults with relapse or primary progressive forms of MS choose Ocrevus Zunovo. It's proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and MS. Given 2 times a year in a 10-minute injection. Don't receive it if you've been active hepatitis B or had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it. Consult with your doctor about your medical history like Hep B vaccine, colitis, and liver problems. Plus, serious side effects that may be life-threatening or lead to hospitalization, disability, or death, such as potentially actual infections, respiratory symptoms, ML, a rare brain infection, and occur. You'll be tested for Hep B as a of that can cause serious liver problems. Other serious side effects include increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, colitis, liver damage, and decreased ask your doctor about starting switching to.
What happened? On its own. It's about intelligence.
This bitch is really strong.
He ends up leaving. Stops it. That's the final meeting. They're both exhausted. But later that night, alone, he sits in the dark and thinks, that boy dodged something. He says to himself, body is mind thinking. I've heard legends about techniques like that, but they belong to the gods, not children. He doesn't have an explanation. Just knows something about Sunday is important. 3 years pass, the brain gets stronger, travels.
Why can I tap this bitch?
The 1-second tournament comes around. He's moving around, all more skill. Fights for the brackets that make the semifinals. It's literally like Saturday. Not but they go back and forth. Barely. The end wins by a hand. But afterward, what the hell is the content? It says something. Moments that post-Chiatsu.
Alright, you know what? I'm
At
gonna...
all. His movements, his reactions, it was like his body was acting on its own, separate from his mind. Chiatsu doesn't understand. Neither does Tien, really. But he felt it. This kid's got something inside him that doesn't make sense. Then King Piccolo shows up, Krillin dies, Goku loses his mind. He goes after Piccolo solo, reckless, emotional, way outclassed. Piccolo beats him badly, leaves him broken on the ground. But here's the thing, Goku should have died in that fight, multiple times. Piccolo threw killing blows that somehow missed. Attacks that should have been fatal landed just slightly off target. Every time, Goku's body twitched in the last second. Just enough to survive, just for a while. Just for a while. Goku knows why. Goku survives, drinks the ultra-fine water, comes back stronger. The rematch with King Piccolo is brutal, but Goku wins. Punches straight through the demon's chest. Piccolo spits out of bed and dies. And up on the lookout, Kami watches all of this with growing concern. That boy, something inside him that should. 3 more years pass. Goku trains Kami on the 23rd tournament. He's a young man now, strong, confident, but Kami's the dark side. Sets things normal. And every time he looks at him, there's something that doesn't belong. One day, he decides to investigate. Kami says, sit with me. They meditate together. Kami extends his senses. Including Goku's.
This fucking whore.
45 minutes to pull back so fast. What's wrong? Kami doesn't answer right away. Processing. Trying to make sense of something that's impossible. That boy's essence. It's part of your mind. Not endemic. Not mortal. Something high. Something named dark. How's that possible? It's not. Because maidens don't share their power. They can't. This should be Pablo thinks Thomas thinks his head. Some knowledge is let him grow. Let him find his own path. He pauses, looking out over the clouds. But if the gods ever learn about this, it's quiet. They'll erase him without hesitation. without mercy. He doesn't say anything. The martial arts tournament. Goku's in his prime now. Fights in the brackets, takes down him. Yeah, he accidentally promised to marry him years ago. That's a whole thing. And ends up facing Piccolo Jr. in the finals. All that hatred and power concentrated into a young, stronger body. The fight's
This is bullshit.
Piccolo grows giant. Goku gets flat. It looks like Piccolo's hitting him.
I'm not gonna do it. No way, I'm gonna dunk.
Pick up flips off the ground and flies. How we never taught him that? This down. Piccolo notices. What are you? Piccolo hands get back. How shifting. It's like
Stupid bots that didn't do shit.
Goku doesn't answer. Honestly,
Idiots.
he doesn't know. He beats Piccolo with a headbutt at maximum velocity, wins the tournament, marries Chi-Chi. 5 years of peace follow. He has a son. Names him Gohan after his grandfather. Life is good. And then Raditz shows up. Alright, y'all, here's where this timeline really starts diverging. Raditz lands on Earth, finds Goku, reveals the truth. You're a Saiyan. Your name is Kakarot. You were sent here to destroy this planet. Come with me or else. Goku refuses. Raditz takes Gohan, issues his ultimatum. Kill 100 humans by tomorrow, or the kid dies. Standard setup. Goku teams up with Piccolo. They track Raditz down. The fight starts the same way it does in canon. Goku and Piccolo attack together, get their asses kicked. Raditz is faster, stronger, better trained. Years of actual Saiyan combat experience versus Earth's strongest fighters. It's not going well. Then Raditz grabs Goku's tail.
What's the matter?
Blinding, paralyzing
You got
him.
more than that.
Goku drops to his knees, can't move, can barely think. Raditz laughs, squeezes harder. Pathetic, Raditz sneers. You've forgotten everything it means to be a Saiyan. Piccolo's charging the special beam cannon. But he needs time. Time Goku doesn't have. Raditz keeps squeezing. The pain's overwhelming. Goku's vision starts going white. And then, something happens. Everything goes warm. Not the white of unconsciousness. Something different. Something older. Goku hears a voice. Feminine. Ancient. Gentle. Not yet, little one. You have so far to go. He doesn't recognize it, doesn't know who's speaking, but the words wrap around him like a blanket, and his body moves. Goku's eyes flash silver. Deep inside him, something cracks. A seal that's held for over 20 years splinters. Just slightly. Just enough. Godki floods through the gap. His body twists, this impossible motion, contorting in a way that breaks the grip on his tail. Not because Goku told it to, not because he planned it. His body just acted. Raditz's scouter goes haywire. The numbers spike. 4,000, 8,000, 12,000, 15,000. Then the thing just shatters. Explodes right off his face. But it's what the scouter couldn't read that matters. For 1 second, Goku's energy signature changed. Became something that wasn't mortal, something that shouldn't exist on this planet. Something divine. Raditz stumbles backward. For the first time since he landed on this planet, he looks scared. Not just surprised. Scared, like he's staring at something that could end him. What are you? Raditz demands. His voice cracks. That energy, that's not anything. Goku's standing now. Panting. Goku's standing now. Confused. That silver light's fading from his eyes. I don't know, he admits. Across the universe, on Beerus's planet, Whis' staff pulses. He's in the middle of preparing dinner when it happens. The resonance, faint but unmistakable. The same signature he felt 20 years ago. Cirrus. This time it's stronger, clearer. Coming from Earth, Whis sets down his cooking utensils, raises his staff, focuses. The signal vanishes like someone slammed a door shut. Whis stands very still for a long moment. That wasn't a ghost, he thinks. That was real. Someone on that little bitty planet has my sister's essence. He should report this to the Grand Priest. He really should. But instead, he picks up his utensils and resumes cooking. Yeah, exactly. Let's see how he's developed. Tells himself with curiosity. Scientific. Nothing more. Lying. Here's the big divergence, y'all. In canon, Goku holds Raditz in place, while Piccolo's special beam cannon kills them both. Goku dies. Goes to Otherworld. Trains with King Kai. Learns the Kaioken and Spirit Bomb. That doesn't happen to us, because in this timeline, Goku's not in the way when Piccolo fires. That silver flash, that instinctive dodge, on Raditz's chest, Goku's standing 3 feet to the left. Raditz dies. Goku wins. Raditz is on the ground, dying. Piccolo's arm is still showing from the attack. You think you've won? Raditz coughs, blood bubbling from his lips. 2 more seconds are coming. Stronger than much stronger. They'll be here in 1 minute. Relax. It's all dead. Just don't know it yet. Then it's gone. Goku stands there, processing. More so, stronger than that is 20, and it's a lot. So the president, they bring it back about the fireball, the spirit bomb. He's gonna have to face whatever's coming with different powers. Later that night, Mom is going to the inside. There are things I can tell you common sense, but about what you want. Those friends out there with energy. It's not normal. It's not even the same. Because it's fake. There's something else inside, something divine. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it is, but it's there, and it's good. It's not all the time. The body is on its own. It's moving flatness. What do I do about it? Yes. Training, see what Tommy says. Push yourself beyond anything you've ever attempted. Maybe you never can find answers. So that's what happens the next week. Trained on the lookout. No Kaioken. Looks like a pump. It's a guide. It's himself harder than ever. So it's more often. Sometimes during meditation, he catches glimpses of something. Memories that aren't his. A crystal planet, silver light, a woman's voice. He doesn't understand any of it, but he feels himself getting stronger. Not just physically, something deeper is waking up. 2 Saiyan pods hurtle toward Earth. Inside one of them, Vegeta reviews the data from Raditz's scouter, the final transmission before it exploded. The readings don't make sense. Raditz's power level, 100. The Namekian, 1,400 and climbing. Kakarot fluctuating between 400 and 900. And then, in the last second before the scouter died, something else. A spike so massive the device couldn't even categorize it. Just error codes and a single word, undefined. What do you think happened? Nappa asks through the communicator. Vegeta doesn't answer immediately. He's staring at that word. Undefined. Scouters don't glitch like that. They either read a number or they don't read anything. They don't spit out undefined unless they're trying to read something that shouldn't exist. I don't know, Vegeta finally replies. His eyes narrow. But whatever killed Raditz, it wasn't just a low-class Saiyan. He closed the data file. It was something else entirely. That's part 2. Next time, the Saiyans arrive, and Goku's got to face them without Kaioken, without Spirit Bomb, with nothing but what's waking up inside him. Welcome back. The Saiyans are here, and Goku's about to unlock something that'll make Frieza question everything he knows about power. Let's get into it. The Saiyans arrive 1 year later. Nappa and Vegeta touch down outside East City. First thing they do is blow it up. Just gone. Millions of people wiped out in seconds. That's the kind of threat Earth's dealing with. The Z-Fighters gather. Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, Shiatsu, Yamcha, Gohan. They're outmatched, and they know it, but they're all Earth's guy. Goku's still on his way. Trained the whole year on the lookout, pushed himself harder than ever, but he's not there yet. The Saibaman fight happens. Yamcha dies. Classic. Then Nappa steps up. It's a massacre. Nappa's not even trying that hard. He's just toying with him. Tien loses his arm, uses everything he's got in one final attack. Doesn't even scratch Nappa. Chiaotzu self-destructs trying to save Tien. Nothing. Piccolo takes a blast meant for Gohan. Dies protecting the kid he spent a year training. Why? Gohan asks, tears streaming down his face.
Oh, another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
It's a nook, cranny, nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
It's the only family I've got, shit. And then it's gone. But then Gohan has to select it. Nappa's gone. And then Goku arrives. And Nappa is there. A whole year of training breaking him off. Nappa checks his scouts. The number makes a pause. 8,000. Nappa laughs. That's it. That's supposed to scare me. Nappa. Talk about it. Nappa doesn't listen. Charges. Light's not even close. It's like water. Nappa fills his light. Every kid sails past. Nappa's getting more and more frustrated with his power.
Fuck up. Strong game, not so you up on shit.
It's not that Goku's fast, but it is, but that's not the case. Bodies react to the He attacks before they happen, dodging things he shouldn't do. How is he doing this? Nothing knows. The block is with him and dies. He sees it with something else is going on. Goku ends it quick. One big shot to the spine. Nothing's have a gap in the back. The last part of the belt. The first one. Now, let's look at that. It's all seconds. Power levels way higher than Goku's. It doesn't count for what Goku's got inside him. They clash. Trade blows. Vegeta's stronger, but Goku's instincts are sharper. He keeps finding openings, landing hits that shouldn't connect. Vegeta notices, gets frustrated, gets angry. What are you? Vegeta demands mid-fight. That light in your eyes, that's not Saiyan. That's something else. Goku doesn't have an answer. He just keeps fighting enough. Vegeta decides to end it the Saiyan way. He flies up, creates his artificial moon, transforms into a Great Ape. Now it's a problem. Great Ape Vegeta's got 10 times his normal power. Goku can't match that. He's faster, more agile, but one solid hit from those massive fists will end him. He gets hit. A lot. Gets beaten down bad, ribs cracking, blood everywhere. But here's the thing, he keeps surviving. Every killing blow Vegeta throws, Goku's body twitches at the last second, moves just enough to avoid the fatal damage. Vegeta sees it happening, but can't explain it. Vegeta roars. Goku doesn't know. He just knows he can't give up. The fight turns when Gohan and Krillin get involved. Yajirobe cuts Vegeta's tail from behind. Vegeta shrinks back to normal, furious, weakened. Gohan sees the artificial moon, transforms. Great Ape Gohan versus weakened Vegeta. The prince can't handle it, gets crushed. Barely survives. Vegeta's pod. He's crawling toward it, broken, bleeding. Krillin's standing over him with Yajirobe's sword. We should kill him, Krillin says. After everything he did. Let him go, Goku says. What? Goku, he killed our friends. I know. Goku's lying on the ground, too injured to move. But I need to fight him again. When we're both stronger, I need to understand what I'm becoming. Krillin hesitates, looks at the broken prince. Vegeta smirks despite the pain. You'll regret this, Kakarot. Maybe, Goku says, but I don't think so. Vegeta escapes, flies off into space, swearing revenge. The Saiyan saga's done. Earth won, barely. Piccolo's dead, which means Kami's dead, which means the Dragon Balls are gone. But there's hope. Namek, Piccolo's home planet. They've got Dragon Balls too. Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma head to Namek while Goku recovers. Standard setup. The problem? Frieza's already there. Namek is a war zone by the time Goku arrives. Frieza's forces have been slaughtering Namekians, collecting Dragon Balls. Vegeta's there too, working his own angle. Gohan and Krillin are barely surviving, hiding, grabbing Dragon Balls when they can. The Ginyu Force shows up. Riku, Herder, Jace, Goldo, Captain Ginyu. Frieza's elite soldiers. Gohan and Krillin are completely outclassed. Vegeta helps, but even he can't handle all of them. Then Goku's ship lands. He's been training the whole trip. 100x Earth's gravity, pushed himself to the edge of death over and over. His power's grown massively. But more than that, the thing inside him is waking up faster now. Goku takes on the Ginyu Force. Riku goes down in one hit. This guy was manhandling Vegeta, and Goku just ends him. Murder and Jace attack together. It doesn't matter. Goku's too fast, too precise. His body reads their attacks when they happen. Captain Ginyu notices. Your fighting style, Ginyu says, frowning, it's too clean, too efficient. You move like you've been doing this for centuries, not decades. Ginyu tries his body change technique, that thing where he swaps bodies with his opponent. Goku dodges it, not blocks, not tanks it, dodges. His body moves before the technique even fully activates. Impossible! Ginyu screams. No one dodges the body change. Goku doesn't understand how he did it either, but he's starting to accept that his body knows things his mind doesn't. The Ginyu Force is handled, but the real threat's still waiting. Frieza. Piccolo gets wished back on Namek, fuses with Nail, a Namekian warrior, and his power massively. Vegeta's been Zenkai boosting himself the whole arc, getting stronger after every near-death experience. Together, they try to take on Frieza. It's not enough. Frieza transforms. Second form. Third form. Each one more terrifying than the last. Piccolo goes down. Vegeta goes down. Gohan and Krillin are swatted aside like insects. Then Frieza reaches his final form, and Goku arrives, just in time to watch Frieza murder Vegeta. The prince of all Saiyans lying in a crater, bleeding out. He spent his whole life afraid of Frieza. Served him, obeyed him, hated him every second. Kakarot, Vegeta gasps. You have to be the one. You have to defeat him. Avenge our race. Avenge our pride. He dies with tears in his eyes. Goku buries him in silence. Then he turns to Frieza. You're the one they're all so afraid of? Goku asks. Frieza chuckles. Afraid? They should be. I've destroyed entire civilizations. Your Saiyan race, I wiped them out with a single attack. They were nothing. They were my people. They were monkeys, Frieza says. And you're just another one. Shall I show you how I dealt with the rest? The fight begins. Goku holds his own. For a while, he's stronger than he's ever been. The 100x gravity training pushed him to new heights. And his instincts, those silver flicker instincts, are firing constantly. He's dodging attacks that should be undodgeable, landing hits that shouldn't connect. But it's not enough. Frieza's final form is just too strong. He's not even trying that hard, and he's still winning. You're persistent, Frieza admits. More so than most. But this is where it ends. He starts taking the fight seriously. The gap becomes obvious. Goku gets beaten, bloodied, thrown around like a rag doll. Any last words? Frieza asks, holding Goku by the throat. Then Frieza decides to make it hurt. He drops Goku, looks over at Krillin. Let's see how much fight you have left after this, Frieza says. He raises his finger. Krillin floats into the air, body contorting. Goku screams. Frieza just smiles. Krillin explodes. And something inside Goku shatters. The seal. Not all of it, not even most of it. But a massive chunk of what's been holding back his true power cracks wide open. God Ki floods through. The second memory fragment hits him like a freight train. He sees a planet, crystal towers, beings made of light and music, children playing in floating gardens, then fire. A massive purple figure descending from the sky, the being screaming, running, dying. And watching from the shadows, a silver-haired woman with tears streaming down her face. Frozen, unable to help. The vision ends. The rage is familiar. He's felt rage before. But this grief, this ancient crushing grief, doesn't belong to him. It's someone else's. Someone who died alone after 5 million years of exile, and both of them fuel what happens next. Golden light erupts around Goku. His hair rises, turns gold, but there's silver threaded through it. His eyes flicker between teal and chrome. The aura crackles with two energies fighting for dominance. This isn't just Super Saiyan, this is angelic Super Saiyan. Unstable, volatile, two forces inside him clashing against each other, but devastatingly powerful. Frieza actually steps back. For the first time in his life, Frieza feels something he's never felt before. Fear. Not the calculated caution he feels around Beerus. This is primal, instinctive. Every cell in his body screaming that he's standing before something that could unmake him. What is this? Frieza demands. His voice cracks. This energy, it's not mortal. It's not Saiyan. It's not anything I've ever... He trails off. Because he realizes he has felt something like this before. Once, when he was a child and his father brought him before Lord Beerus. Divine energy. But how? How does a monkey have divine energy? I am the Saiyan who was sent to Earth and forgot his mission, Goku says. His voice is calm, too calm. The rage is there, but something's filtering it, channeling it into cold, focused violence. The one who was raised in peace and chose to protect it. He looks up. Those flickering eyes lock onto Frieza. And right now, I'm the last thing you'll ever see. The fight's not even close anymore. Everything Frieza throws, Goku dodges before it's thrown. Every counter lands with surgical precision. Frieza uses 50% power, then 70%, then 100%. It doesn't matter. Goku doesn't toy with him, doesn't make speeches, doesn't drag it out. Just methodical, brutal destruction. Please, Frieza begs. Mercy, I'll leave this planet. I'll never You've begged others for mercy your whole life, Goku says. Did you ever give it? No answer. Here's to the Go-Gos. And it's not just the ones at the gym. But what I thought. Final blow. Frieza goes down. Planet's gonna explode any minute. Goku makes sure the others escape. Gohan, Bulma, Piccolo, and Rock. Tries to find a kid. The planet starts to break apart around them.
Pops out,
But then Stephen's kid going on. Fighting together. And instead, barely escapes. One of the Igni pods punches in random positions and launches
okay, you want to spin around it?
behind him. You have no idea what he's doing. While on Venus' planet, Fish drops his staff. It clatters to the ground. The first time he's dropped that kick, the pulse that was kicked in wasn't spun. It wasn't a flicker. It was a scream. Angelic essence flooding out on a single point. It was better. So strong it couldn't stop it. Seriously, his hands are kicked. Picks up the staff. Focus. Tries to pinpoint the source. Planet, yeah. Dying. And in the middle of it, the pagan bolts over him and breaks up the power that couldn't exist.
Oh, so then you want to fight with them?
Risk watches the fight play out. Watching this impossible to dismantle Frieza and nothing. How? Wiz whispers. How did you do this?
Kiss my ass, nigga.
The signal fades as the Saiyan's power stabilizes. Comes hidden again. Steam. But Mix saw enough. With this in. What Grand Priest would want to know, would need to know. An angel's essence bound to a mortal, that's a crime that warrants erasure. Immediate, absolute. Experiences his staff, like at his father, and gave everything things. 5 to isolate her existence itself. Both to staff, I can understand, help himself. Before I act, I think it's lying to himself. Kills him, but he doesn't end. Start paying closer attention to your step. Something's happening. And for the first time, the arc rations are small, friendly, surprisingly powerful. Which goes back to health, and they teach him instant transmission. But they sense something else too. Your spirit is divided, the Yardrat Elder tells him. 2 energies war within you. One born of battle and blood. One born of something older, purer than starlight. What do I do about it? Goku asks. Learn balance, the Elder says, or be torn apart. Goku trains with them for a year, learns their techniques. More importantly, learns to meditate, to look inward, to feel what's inside him without fear. He still doesn't understand it, but he's starting to accept it. Makes it back to Earth just in time for Frieza's return. Yeah. Frieza survived, rebuilt himself with cybernetics, brought his father, King Cold, came to Earth looking for revenge, but someone beats Goku there. Future Trunks. By the time Goku arrives via instant transmission, Frieza and King Cold are already dead. Some kid with a sword took care of them. Trunks delivers his warning. Androids are coming. 3 years to prepare. And he looks at Goku with this strange expression. You're different, Trunks says quietly. Stronger than my timeline's Goku. But there's something else too. Something I can't identify. Join the club, Goku replies. That night, after everyone's gone home, Goku sits alone on Kami's lookout, staring at the stars. The third memory fragment surfaces. He sees a vast chamber of white. 12 figures in a circle. A small being with enormous presence at the center. A woman kneeling before judgment. You intervened in mortal affairs. You defied the natural order. How do you answer? I answered that I would do it again. Gasps. Silence. Then, you are here be stripped of your station. Exiled until your essence fades to nothing. You will be forgotten. Then, let me be forgotten for the right reasons. The vision ends. Goku sits in the dark, shaking. He doesn't know who the are, doesn't know the woman's name or what she did. But he knows she gave him something. Something powerful. Something that's changing everything about who he is. And he knows that if the wrong people find out, he'll be erased. Just like she was. That's part of it. Next time, Goku enters the time chamber, and what he finds inside himself changes everything. Welcome back, Cell's coming, Who's coming, and by the end of this part, the Grand Priest himself is gonna open his eyes. Let's get into it. 3 years of training. Goku knows the androids are coming. Trunks gave them the warning, so everyone trains harder than ever before. Gohan spent a lot of time together. Father and son pushing each other. Goku's teaching Gohan everything he knows, but he's also learning something himself. His angelic Super Saiyan form is unstable. The gold and silver keep fighting each other. He can hold it for a while, but it flickers. Drains him faster than regular Super Saiyan would. He needs to fix that. The androids arrive right on schedule, 19 and 21st, then 17 and 18. Then Cell shows up, this bio-android from the future who needs to absorb 17 and 18 to reach his perfect form. Standard android saga stuff. Vegeta gets cocky, lets Cell absorb 18. Cell reaches perfect form, announces his tournament, the Cell Games. Winner gets to live, loser watches Earth get destroyed. You know the setup. What's different is how Goku prepares. The hyperbolic time chamber. Goku and Gohan going together. 1 year inside equals 1 day outside. Plenty of time to push past their limits. Gohan's got his own journey here, unlocking Super Saiyan, then refining it. Kid's got more potential than anyone realizes, but Goku's journey is different. He spends a lot of time meditating, trying to understand the two energies inside him, the Saiyan rage, the angelic calm. Why do they keep fighting? And then the fourth memory fragment hits. He's sitting in the white void of the time chamber when it happens. And suddenly, he's not there anymore. He's somewhere else. Someone else. He sees Seraphel. Not flashes, the full picture this time. 5 million years of solitude, crystal forests with no one to walk them. Silver ocean, sail them. He feels Cirrus creating companions out of light, talking to them, pretending they're real, watching them fade, creating them again. He feels her screaming.
What the fuck is this
just to
thing?
hear a voice, even her own. He feels centuries passing where she doesn't move at all. Just sits, waits, forgets what hope feels like. 5 million years alone. The vision lasts seconds. It feels like forever. When Goku comes out of it, he's crying. Gohan's there, looking worried. Dad, what's wrong? Goku touches his face. I just felt very alone for a moment, he says. I'm okay. He hugs Gohan, tighter than he ever has. And
The stupid Dragon Ball is really
He's
annoying.
always been a fighter first. Training, battles, getting stronger. That's what drives him. Family's important, sure, but it's always been secondary to the fight. Not anymore. He felt what it's like to have nobody, to be completely, utterly alone for longer than most civilizations exist. From this point on, he's different. He still loves fighting, still wants to get stronger, but he makes time for everything else as well. The loneliness broke something open in him, and what grew back was
This is
better.
ridiculous.
But the memory fragment does something else too. For the first time, Goku understands what the angelic calm actually is. It's not the opposite of emotion. It's not suppression. It's acceptance. Cirrus spent 5 million years feeling empty. But she didn't fight it. She let it exist. Let it pass. That's the key. The Saiyan Rage isn't the enemy. The angelic calm isn't meant to crush it. They're supposed to work together. The breakthrough happens 3 months after the time change. Goku transforms. Gold light erupts around him. The silver threads appear, but this time, instead of fighting them, he lets them flow. The gold represents his passion, his drive, his love for battle and for his family. The silver represents his clarity, his awareness, his connection to something ancient and divine. They're not opposites, they're partners. The flickering stops. Mastered angelic Super Saiyan, hair golden with silver light, like metallic thread. Eyes steady, no more teal chrome flickering. Warm, calm, but powerful, both energies flowing as one. Gohan stares at his father. Dad, that's incredible. Took me long enough, Goku says with a grin, but I think I finally get it. He powers down. They've got months left in here, time to refine it. They emerge from the time chamber transformed. Gohan's achieved Super Saiyan. Solid, steady, controlled. He's stronger than ever. But Goku's on another level entirely. His mastered angelic Super Saiyan is ready. Piccolo looks at him when they come out. His eyes widen. What did you do in there, Goku? Figured some stuff out, Goku says simply.
You could spend hours scrolling outfits for a last-minute wedding and hope the one you buy feels uniquely you. Or you could just ask Google. Oh, look at that. The perfect dress.
When you bundle our Consumer Reports recommended treasure mattress with Power Bob Elite adjustable base, you get more relaxation and more energized mornings. I said, and more energized mornings.
Oh, my.
The Cell games. Earth's fighters gather. Cell's standing in his arena, waiting. The cameras are rolling. Mr. Satan's already embarrassed himself. Goku steps up first. So you're the legendary warrior I've heard so much about, Cell says. I've been looking forward to this. Same here, Goku replies. You're strong. Let's see how strong. The fight's a spectacle. His power is ridiculous. All that Saiyan and Namekian DNA combined into one perfect package. It's fast, it's smart, generates almost anything. But Goku's keeping up. More than keeping up. His mastered angelic Super Saiyan holds steady. Gold and silver flowing together, no flickering, no strain. He moves with perfect instinct, strikes with Saiyan fury, all channeled through angelic precision. Cell notices, and for the first time since reaching his perfect form, Cell feels something he doesn't recognize. Unease. Interesting, Cell observes, trying to keep his voice steady. Your power keeps shifting, like there's something else in there with you. There is, Goku says, a gift from someone who believed in me. How sentimental. Cell forces a smirk. But internally, every instinct he inherited from Frieza's cells is screaming. That energy